This is called No Risk by Chris Torrente. And it is, as you can see by the photo there, a ring that is borrowed, appears on your shoelace. And there have been a lot of questions about this. And so we are now going to jump in and bring you some of the answers you're probably looking for. So the nice thing is right away, this can be done with a variety of rings. You know, some of the ring fights out there have to be done with a specific size. This one really is an open door of the type of things, type of rings, I should say, that you can use with this. So that's nice. This is him showing this off at FISM, where a lot of people were loving it. There's Jeff Price, Danny Garcia. I know Danny gave a nice quote here, calling this gold. It's the best version that he has seen. As you can see here, he's in short sleeves. There's no jacket. Makes this very, very practical to do in a casual situation or in a professional situation. If you are doing that either way, now you are covered. Okay, so that is important to note. Um, and I want to say too that you can do this with sleight of hand. You can do this with a gimmick. Let's say you want to just do what he did there and do a quick little shuttle pass and grab your lighter and make the vanish. You could do that. If you want to use the old Hank, the Hank idea, I know that Grum put out one called the can't remember right now, Hanky Go or Ringo Hank. Take the ring, cover it up, have them hold onto it through the silk. You grab it, it disappears. They look down, and it's on your shoelace, which is cool. Is it similar to interlace? It is similar in effect to interlace. Okay, so I'm going to go into some details now to kind of let you know a little bit more about this. So there is a setup that you need to do this. Okay, do you need to cut a hole in your pants for this? You do, in the pocket. I will say that this is a different method, though, from interlace, from Richard Sanders. Also, much safer than what you were doing with interlace. Okay, this is under your complete control the whole time, which I think is important to note. The other thing I want you to know about this is that you do not have to do any type of sewing. You do not have to do any type of thing to make this something that you need someone to help make this for you. If you want to have this permanently installed in one pair of pants, then you can do that. They also give you a handling where you do not have to do that, which means you can now take this from one pair of pants and quickly put it into another pair of pants. Of course, you do need to cut the pocket again. I will say that that doesn't mean that the pocket is useless now. If you still want to put other things in your pocket, maybe like a deck of cards, some other things that you might have, that doesn't mean that you can't use that pocket now to hold other stuff. Maybe super small things you might want to be aware of, but anything that would just casually fit in your pocket, like a packet wallet or something like that, you could still use the pocket to hold other things. Okay, so that is a very important thing I wanted you to know about. The other thing that I think I really want you to know about is another clip I'm going to show you here is that this has an instant reset. And this is literally him doing this over and over again in real time. So I want you to watch this closely. Again, he's wearing short sleeves. He does the thing where he goes to the pocket. He's going to grab something from his pocket, a lighter, to make the ring vanish from his hand. And it is really done that freaking quick. Now you look down and the ring is now on his shoelace. You'll see it here as the camera pans down. There's the ring. Watch this very closely because now he's going to reach down. He's going to take this off the shoelace. He's going to undo the lace. He's now going to retie the lace back on his shoe. Guess what? You can do it again right now. He's now going to do it again. He just pretended to hand them the ring. It's gone. Look back down, and the damn thing is already back, tied on the shoe, just like that. This is practical. It is workable. It is clever. It is smart. And again, the best part is this is not something you need to be worried about. The name really does live up to this. No risk. If you've ever wanted to do a ring fight type of thing, but you're always afraid of losing the ring, using one of those with a reel, which some people like and some people don't, this has none of the concerns of any ring flight on the market. This is as safe and secure as it gets. I can guarantee you that. Does the cut need to be at the bottom of the pocket or can it be made higher up? This does need to be at the bottom of the pocket. I do want to say one thing though. One thing he does mention about the pocket is if you do want to have a seamstress sew in a zipper in your pocket, you can have the pocket now to where you can totally use it for anything when you're not performing this effect. Okay. But it does need to be at the bottom of the pocket. As Austin says, and of course, he's the CEO of Murphy's Magic, the distributor that we work with. We've reordered and sold out of this multiple times, currently out of stock. Luke has some of the only inventory currently available. We are very proud to have some of these available. As Austin says, and he knows better than anybody, these continue to be like a revolving door. So we are very proud to have these in stock for our friends. We don't have a ton of them for you, but we do have some available for you if you're interested here at All Things Magic. That instant repeatability is fantastic. It really is. And again, it's super safe. Okay. Any color laces. This is sold with black laces. Technically, this is something you could do with white laces too. Um, you're going to have to provide your own laces to do that. They provide the black laces. So if you're using like a black pair of shoes like this with the black laces, you technically could do this though with another color of lace if you want to. Okay. So that is something that I wanted you to know as well. Let's see if there were other questions here. Can I still fit the cheetah in my pocket? Absolutely. This is not something also I want to say that takes up a big part of your pocket. This is just something that facilitates the ring going from point A to point B. There is something that is in your pocket that you, again, and I don't want to reveal this, but you have complete control over when the ring, once it's in your pocket, goes from there to the shoe. So it really is there for you to make it go from there to there. But yeah, and again, the repeatability is crazy cool. Um, some great tips on the Magic Cafe for this and the latest and greatest section, including the pocket work. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been talking about this, that have it, and really loving it as well. Is the setup very involved? You know, Gello Gello, it's really not. I watched the instructional, which is it's a little over 20 minutes, which is fine because there's really not much more you need to know about this. They really show some nice super close-ups of how to make this work. The setup is actually very easy compared to what I thought it would be. You get in, do the thing with your pants, you put something else in there. And really, the longest part, honestly, is going to be just figuring out the length of the shoelace that the ring appears on. That's really the only part you're really going to have to worry about getting just right. But that's not even that difficult to do, to be totally fair. But yeah, the setup is not that involved. As someone that doesn't really like do it yourself stuff, this isn't going to piss you off. We'll just put it that way. So there you go. How about Velcro? If you wanted to put some Velcro to seal the pocket, you could probably do that too. Kendom says the tutorial is going to be updated. The gimmick is black and the pants were black, so it's going to be reshot with lighter colored pants so you can see it. That would make sense. Yeah, I don't know if they thought this was going to be as popular as it was, but it is, and it is very, very good. So I'm glad I don't have to sew. You do not have to sew. If you want to have someone else sew to make this something that's more of a permanent install, you can have someone do it, but you do not have to. They give a very nice alternative for you, so you don't have to do any of that. Will flat laces work? The kind that you're looking at here, kind of your standard lace is what they're showing here. Honestly, I feel like flat laces would work too, as long as they're not super, super fat, because the ring is going over the lace and you don't want the lace to stop the ring from moving. So as long as it's a thinner flat lace, you would be fine. But if it's fat, and if you were to take the ring and put it on the lace and the ring doesn't slide down it easily, you're not going to be able to use flat laces that way. But if they're thinner, that would work for you. So that is important to note as well. I'm looking through as many questions as I can. Again, it's about a 20-minute instructional. And one of the other best parts about this, other than it being instant reset, because I love this part, is that it's also incredibly easy to do, and more importantly, surrounded. You can perform this 100% surrounded, 360, and you will still be able to pull this off because everything's happening in your pants, right? So there's nothing to see behind, there's nothing to see below, nothing to see around you. This is totally 100% examinable around no matter where you're standing. I would say examinable, but you can watch this 360, we'll put it that way, viewable 360 degrees. So yeah, this is fantastic. And we'll watch them again. Just do it. Oh, fake take. Oh, man. And it's just really is that freaking quick. I don't ever recommend doing something like this back to back. Kind of takes away the fact that you can make it seem that impossible, but it is as good as you want it to be. So there you go. It does check all the boxes, and I love it. That is No Risk by Chris Torrente. I really, really, really like this one a lot. I'm gonna have to find some more dress shoes because my current dress shoes, as you can see here, do not have laces on them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more dress shoes so I can perform this as well.